Hi everyone. Thanks for coming back to my channel. Um, I was gonna do a video over my breast reduction, but we haven't made it that far yet. I've had some complications with my surgery and complications after. This coming up Wednesday, I will be 3 weeks post-op. I'm laying in my bed right now because I actually just got out of the hospital. I was in the hospital for 5.5 days because I ended up getting my skin on my breast ended up getting infected. They ended up draining. The right side had 66 cc's taken out of fluid. The left side was 40. My whole chest was red. We thought just like either I was allergic to the sutures inside or it was getting infected. A couple of days before I went into the hospital, my surgeon had marked around where the redness was, and he's like, if it gets out a centimeter out, to call me and we'll get you back in. Well, that Wednesday I ended up going out and I just wasn't feeling that great, so he told me to go to the emergency room. I went to the emergency room, and a couple hours later they're like, we're admitting you. And they, like, my white blood count was normal, everything was normal, and pretty much they took it as cellulitis, which is a skin infection, and basically my fluid inside was causing me to feel sick and get infected. And yesterday, which I was discharged yesterday, they went ahead and put me to sleep, gave me went ahead and put drains in because I didn't have any drains in. But let's see, Thursday is whenever my breasts were first drained, and like, they traumatized me. I did not know that that was going to happen. I thought I was just going down for an ultrasound and then that was going to be it. And then they're like, here, I need you to sign these papers so we can start draining. And they took this big needle, stuck it in, and drained me on each side. And I literally was traumatized. I suffer a lot from anxiety, so that was something that I was not expecting. And with the virus going around, I wasn't able to have my husband with me. So literally at the hospital, I could have one visitor per day and only for an hour. And it was only a 4-hour time span that they could come. So I didn't have my husband with me, so that made it worse. I did not get barely any sleep, especially with them coming in all the time and then checking me. But Saturday, started feeling the fluid back, like starting to come back up, and it felt like how it was feeling before I even got the redness. And my surgeon was like, well, we'll just go ahead and schedule an ultrasound again, and we'll see if it's building back up. If it is, we'll go ahead and put drains in. Well, the way it was feeling Monday morning, he was like, yeah, there's a possibility where we're getting drains today. So I ended up getting put to sleep, thank goodness, because my husband wasn't allowed to come into that at all. There was like 8 people in the room. It was a small room. They gave me medicine to try and put me to sleep. It didn't like put me to sleep, but I could still like, I was coherent for things, and then they gave me pain medicine too. So I wasn't like feeling like what I experienced Thursday. So, but then I ended up with the drains. So my drains, I will have, if you can see that. I know it's a little yucky, but they're attached on both sides. I do have to have home health come. They tried to get me to stay a couple more days because home health wasn't available for a couple more days. And I was like, no, just show us how to do it because I'm ready to go home. I was ready to see my boys. I was ready to be home in my bed, be able to see my husband more than just an hour. So I came home last night. We waited on medicine. I was on 2 different antibiotics before all of this. When I went to the hospital, they were rotating me with IV antibiotics, 2 different ones. And then now I'm on an oral antibiotic, which at first they talked about sending me home on the IV and home health coming and switching out my antibiotics. Luckily, didn't have to do that because we're hoping the drains make everything better and get all the fluid and keep getting it out of my system. So this is like a seroma fluid, and it's just an infected fluid that is infecting my body and is not working well with me. Fluid is normal accumulation and when you get a breast reduction, but I have just been my surgeon's oddball and my body has rejected the fluid and I haven't felt very well. This surgery has not gone the way I was hoping it would, which sucks. I didn't have my mom here, and I've struggled with that because of her passing, and if something like this happened, I know she would be there, and not having her here has been just overwhelming for me. I broke down in the hospital, broke down with my husband because I've just been struggling with it, and I know I have other family here, but it's different whenever you feel you need your mom and you don't have your mom here. I go see my surgeon on Friday, so he's gonna check it, and I'm not really sure how long I'll have the drains in for, but I'll go see him Friday, and I should know a little bit more on what's gonna happen. The tubes, he just reopened my incisions. Like, my incisions were healing like perfectly. It's just my body is just rejecting everything. So he just cut the incision, put the tube in, and then they just it's this like super sticky like tape stuff, and that's what's holding it in. I didn't have stitches, so after the tubes are taken out, that's what I'll look forward to, is stitches to stitch back up. And I will do more on my surgery and everything once I get to feeling a lot better. I was just gonna come and update, and don't think I forgot about doing a reduction video, but this is what's going on right now, and this is the situation. So I'm just kind of letting my body heal. So I don't really know how many videos I'll be able to get out now because of all of this. So other than that, this is just going to be a short video, but I'll throw in some clips of me like in the hospital and whatnot, and there's no talking or anything. It'll just be kind of throw-ins, and I hope you guys will come back to my channel. Thank you for listening to my story. Hopefully I get better soon so I can get a solid video talking about everything with my reduction. I hope you guys will hit a like and subscribe, and I thank you guys. Bye.